Hi, Amber.
Hi, Megan.
Welcome to Bad Movies Rock.
Thank you, Megan. Megan, welcome to Bad Movies Rock. We're just kind of tired.
Oh, okay. Is this a good time for you to record? You want to do this later?
No, actually, what I wanted was for you to ask why I'm tired.
Oh,
I wanted you to care why I come to you with fatigue.
I see. Not,
but that's okay. You don't actually have to show an interest in my life.
You didn't want
it's totally
solutions.
Fine.
You wanted listening, and I'm sorry. I did that to you, and I'm sorry that I did that to you. So, Amber, why are you tired? Please tell me. I'm here to listen.
Are you? Because it kind of seemed like you were here to solve a non-existent problem.
I'm here now. I'm here with you now, and I care very deeply.
That seemed almost genuine. So let's just steamroll past it, Megan. I had a rough start to my day. I'm taking care of my mom's dogs.
Yeah,
She's got two dogs. She's got Bailey and Mulligan. Mulligan is this little like blonde, whippet looking.
Oh yeah, he's
motherfucker.
He's hysterical.
He's got great ears of personality. They go all the directions. They're floppy. They're great. He's sort of like a blonde seal, and he runs, and it's beautiful. He's built to run.
Yeah, and he's the most people-pleasy dog I've ever seen or met.
He so wants you to be happy. He wants to... What do you need? Can I help you? And he will... If you seem troubled and you sit down, he will leap up beside you, sit within inches of you, and stare at your face, and then just place one paw delicately upon you, as though to say, "What can I do, friend?"
Yeah.
Let me make it better.
This is Mulligan all over. Yeah.
He's very intense.
Yes, he is. He intensely wants to make sure that you're happy.
Really wants to make sure that you're happy. And then there's Bailey.
Oh, Bailey.
Larger dog, hound, brindled, floppy-eared, beautiful, underbite, dopey, fucking flight risk.
Whoa.
Mulligan, you can't get rid of him. He could run for miles, but he will never run from you. Bailey, on the other hand, if he gets loose, he's gone.
Say goodbye to your morning, Amber. Say
goodbye to the next 2+ hours of your life, if he happens to get out of the house. Megan, he got out of the house this morning?
Oh, no. And Amber, I'm to hear, like, what I deduced, see, I'm very smart up here, by saying that you're taking care of your mom's dogs. That makes me feel like your mom's not around to like help rein in.
No.
You're all by yourself, reining in a puppy dog.
And to be clear, no one can get him back inside.
But you're the only one who is there to worry about it currently.
Very much so, yeah. It actually, it does take multiple people to be able to monitor the situation, because with Bailey, once he escapes, your only option is to leave the front door open and then not go near that front door, because if he sees you in the front door, he'll bolt. But you also have to keep an eye on him, because he could wander into the road or too far into the woods. So what you have to do is sort of track him from the windows around the house, such that if he gets to the road, well, then you let Mulligan go out, and he will get distracted and he'll want to play with Mulligan. But you can't keep Mulligan out, because then it's too fun. He'll never come back inside.
Right.
So you just track him from window to window until he eventually decides it's time to come in. And that's your day.
Yeah.
Now, when this first happened, I wasn't really ready for it. See, I there's a musical chairs element to taking care of all the dogs, because I've got my little shag muffin Muppet.
Yeah.
I've got 3 different sizes of dogs with completely different personalities. Mine, cute, intense, grumpy, wants to kill Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey wants to play with Muppet right up until Muppet tries to kill him, and then Bailey happy to kill Muppet. So we try to keep them separate.
Yeah, interesting. Yes. Great. Good dynamics.
So in the morning, I take Muppet out, then I bring him back in. Then I take them out, and I bring them back in. Then I feed them. Then I take Bailey out again, because Mulligan will poop and pee right away, but Bailey has to eat first, then he'll poop. So so I'd done the first outings, and I was doing the feeding, and then I needed to go to the bathroom. And I was getting up to flush the toilet. I look out the window, Bailey's outside.
Oh no.
The door somehow blew open. I didn't know that was a thing it could do, and there was the flight risk dog. I turn the corner, Mulligan's just staring at him from the open door, looking at me like, fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. I tried to stop him.
I know
did
this
my
isn't
best.
right. I know this is a bad thing. I'm so
I know
sorry.
This is going to make you unhappy, and I'm unhappy that you're unhappy about this now.
Literally was trembling as he looked at me. He's like, oh, you're going to be so sad. Oh, your sadness makes me sad. So I'm kind of, oh, crap. Okay. So somehow Muppet gets out.
Oh, no.
And he starts to chase Bailey. Bailey thinks this is great fun.
Oh, this is the most
Mulligan
fun thing.
then is like, well, I have to fix this situation. So he starts to chase Bailey. So there's this beautiful moment in my morning, which if you look at it completely out of context, you have this big, beautiful brindle hound just sprinting around the house, followed in glorious motion by the whippet-looking blonde dog, and then nipping at their heels, this 13-pound little shag ball sprinting with all of his might. And you're thinking,
hair flowing in the wind.
Oh, just in the breeze, he's full shag.
Those dogs are having so much fun. They must be enjoying a romp around the house before they're going to come inside.
When in reality, what was happening was Bailey was going, yeah, this is the fucking best day of my life. Fuck yeah, let's run. Mulligan was going, fuck, get back in the house. Get back in the house. Oh, she's going to be so mad. Get back in the house, man. You got to get back in the house. And Muppet was going, I'm going to fucking kill you. I will end your life.
Oh, boy. Yeah. 3 dogs with very, very distinct outlooks on what was happening at that moment.
We're having 3 very different experiences.
Yeah.
All in the same space. And from the outside, it looked idyllic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My thought was, okay, on the next pass, hopefully they'll change direction fast enough to separate from Muppet so that I can get between him and them so I can stop him, get him back inside. Then I need to get Mulligan to stop trying to hurt him because that is exactly what he was trying to do. Mulligan was nipping at his back legs, like, trying to direct him to come back into the house. Because he's also half Australian Shepherd. He was doing his darndest to affect a better outcome, and Bailey was loving every second of it. So then I had to get Mulligan to come back in. And then I watched as that dog wandered around the house, eating God knows what off of the lawn. Probably picking up endless ticks.
Sure.
Until he finally came inside.
Great.
And then my day started. I'm so tired.
Yeah, that's not how you want to spend your day, your morning hours. Yeah, and the thing about dogs getting out like that, they're inside, and now you just want to like say, "What are you doing? Get back in here!" But no, you have to be super duper nice to them because they need to learn that coming inside is the treat, even though you kind of want to throttle them just a little bit.
That's almost the worst part. I mean, the very worst part is, oh gosh, if something happens to him, oh, that would be so terrible. I'd be so sad. But yet, when they come inside, you just want to shake them. You just want to shake them. Just shake them. Do you know what you did to me just now? But you can't. Oh no, you have to be so happy. They get a treat. They get a delicious treat.
Yep, they came inside.
Fucking you in the morning.
Yep.
Oh, good boy. Oh, I'm so glad you're back inside. Let me wipe what I hope is mud off of you. Here's a nice treat. Oh, I want to just shake you so hard.
Yeah.
Why did you do this? Oh, good boy.
I'm going to go lie down now.
Dogs are great.
Well, Amber, I'm sorry about your morning.
It's fine, because we ended the day with the Protege.
The Protege. Why, Amber? I feel like we were just talking about this movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This is the Maggie Q, Sam Jackson movie that we talked about last time on the very last episode we had.
Weird.
Yeah, we needed more Maggie Q. She was so unceremoniously disposed of in the last Divergent movie that we needed to get her back in our lives.
Agreed. So let's hasten that. I've taken up too much time already. Megan.
Yes.
It is time for which. I will give you summaries of this delightful film from IMDb, Amazon, Metacritic, and Amber, not in that order, and you, madam, will determine which is which.
Okay.
We begin. Micheal Keaton, Maggie Q, and Samuel L. Jackson lead this high-octane action thriller from the director of Casino Royale about a contract killer out to avenge her mentor's murder.
Okay.
Kind of a lot of advertisement and then a small...
That's very much a... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rescued as a child by the legendary assassin Moody, Samuel L. Jackson, and trained in the family business, Anna, Maggie Q, is the world's most skilled contract killer. But when Moody, the man who was like a father to her and taught her everything she needs to know about trust and survival, is brutally killed, Anna vows revenge as she becomes entangled with an enigmatic killer, Micheal Keaton, whose attraction to her goes way beyond cat and mouse. Their confrontation turns deadly, and the loose ends of a life spent killing will weave themselves even tighter.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody have fun with that one.
That's delightful.
Ooh.
That's poetry.
Poetical, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Rescued as a child by the legendary assassin Moody, Anna is the world's most skilled contract killer. However, when Moody is brutally killed, she vows revenge for the man who taught her everything she knows.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Rescued as a child by the legendary assassin Moody, Anna is the world's most skilled contract killer. But when Moody is brutally killed, she won't need a contract to murder everyone who stands between her and the man who ordered the hit on her mentor. She also really seems to like selling old books. And can bake. I'm just saying, she's multifaceted.
Yeah. I mean, that one's also beautiful. Huh.
Which?
Yeah, this is not as easy as I feel like they usually are. I'm gonna go with Amazon, Metacritic, IMDb, Amber.
That is correct.
What?
Yeah, you did excellent work.
Huh.
You've had a advertisement followed by a short blurb.
Yep.
A very long sonnet.
I mean, I suppose that was more of a giveaway than, yeah.
Something that is sort of a distillation of the very long sonnet. And then nonsense.
And then fun nonsense. I just don't feel like Amazon was very Amazon-y, which is usually the one I can like pick out and then kind of base other ones around.
Yeah. I mean, it was very short.
It was short. It was dynamic. I don't feel like they're usually as dynamic as that. They're not as like impassioned.
You mean the high-octane action thriller?
Yeah, exactly.
It's sort of nonsense. It's sort of just empty nonsense.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
They embellish so much in Metacritic. Did you know that Moody taught her everything she needs to know about trust and survival?
Yeah, that was so much.
Did you know that her attraction to Micheal Keaton went beyond cat and mouse? I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Did you know that the loose ends of a life spent killing can weave themselves even tighter?
Yeah, that was some poetical...
but that does... Think about that, though, a little bit. The loose ends.
Yes, they weave tighter.
But by definition...
You just pull them tighter, Amber.
But by definition...
tight. Amber, just pull them tight. Yeah, just tighten them up. Just tighten them up.
I can understand them weaving themselves tighter, but the even suggests that they began tight. The loose ends began tight, and now they're even tighter.
Yes, I see what you mean. I've got nothing for you.
That's fair.
Yeah, someone just took poetic liberty on this one and went with it, and no one reined them in.
No one was there to stop them. Well, let's move on to the critics' corner then. Megan.
Okay. Yes, Amber.
Metacritic had this at 48 for the critics, 56 for the users.
That's some bullshit. It was 61 for the critics and 82 for the users. Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
That's a very different story. I'm not even sure we should have done this movie.
Well, we get away with it because Metacritic was so wrong.
Goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these reviews are positive.
Yeah, for sure.
And actually, I quite like some of them.
Yes.
The blurbs that I have. Like the one from Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle. It's scored at 75. Maggie Q has been in good movies before, but The Protege is the first movie that's good because she's in it.
Ah, yes.
I quite liked that.
That is, and that's about what it is, yeah. Because the story itself is fine. The writing of the script is terrible, but she makes it like infinitely watchable.
Yep, a lot of them, even the good ones, are, hey, we've seen this before, but that doesn't necessarily make it bad. And when is it okay? So many times we read bad review blurbs that say, oh, this is trite, we've seen it before, is treading, a well-worn path.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these blurbs say, hey, we've seen this before, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It takes familiar elements and combines them in an entertaining way. Thank you, Peter de Bruges of Variety. Where the fuck are you on the movies that are actually even better than this one?
Yeah,
that use familiar stuff that you then get mad at. Well, I'm not saying Peter himself specifically does.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
Those don't usually come through, yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with a lot of what they're saying. The script is blah. Keaton, Jackson, and Q are pretty much the main reason for this being any good. That and the actions. The action, stunt work, and that gets mentioned in the better ones, great. But it does definitely suffer from some ridiculous dialogue. Mm-hmm. And then the end is nonsense.
Yeah, very much so. Agreed. Yes. Because delightful in some ways, but yes, nonsense.
Oh, sure. But there is, one of them mentions that it never begins to cohere as a story about paying for old sins. The ending is a of the highest order. Was it about paying for old sins?
It wasn't. No.
Really? I mean, thematically, you can pick that out. The bad guy sort of was, and Moody sort of was trying to, and Anna didn't seem to be paying for any old sins, although she did have to go back to where she came from. It's not the most well-constructed film. It is certainly not the best scripted film, but it is very watchable. I think
totally, yeah.
The mid-level and positive reviews have it right. It's not amazing. It's not necessarily unique, but dang if it isn't watchable and entertaining. Fun to watch Maggie Q and Micheal Keaton circle each other with violence and sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Charm.
Yes.
Samuel Jackson is Moody. It's fun.
Yeah. His character's name is Moody.
Yes.
He's not just Moody in the film.
Yeah. Critics aren't necessarily wrong. I think the thing that I would say is that I hadn't really heard of this movie.
Yeah, that is a bummer. I feel like this came to... Yeah, I ended up finding it in a list of movies about... that have kind of women-led action movies.
Yeah, I don't know what the budget was. But it doesn't feel like a lot of effort was put into promoting this to the audience that would have been perfect for it. Hello, my name is Amber, and I am delighted that this movie exists. Imperfections and all. Yep. And I happily would have watched it, eagerly anticipating its arrival on streaming services. I would have looked at Amazon and said, thank you for not making me rent or buy this outright. I'm so excited to watch this.
Yeah.
Instead, we kind of stumbled on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think 48's a bit low. I think we've watched significantly worse movies with better or similar scores. I think 66 is good.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Buff it up for having that cast do such great work and having the action be so satisfying. Mm-hmm. I think that's a perfectly reasonable score for a decent action movie.
Yeah.
With Maggie Q as the lead.
Yes, yeah. I do hope that this leads to more Maggie Q as the lead movies.
Yes, please.
Watch them.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Toodles Critics Corner. Megan.
Yeah. Yes, Amber.
How'd you feel about this movie?
I really enjoyed it. It's 109 minutes long. It moves along very quickly with it's... I saw this in one of the reviews that said it was well-paced, and I was like, yeah, it is well-paced. It's not something I usually think about, but yeah, it kind of slows down a little bit and then speeds right up, but never never lingers too much.
Yeah, moves quickly and efficiently from moment to moment. Doesn't show you unnecessary things and doesn't necessarily linger in spaces that it doesn't need to. In the action, in particular, it has great bursts that are also lean and well crafted, but don't run on and on and on. Right.
Because you could so Anna, Maggie Q, is an assassin, and she does all kinds of these assassin things, murders and getting away and escapes and things like that. And
assassin things.
But you see kind of you see it once and they don't like make you watch it over and over again. Like we know she can get away. So like once she's at a certain point, like, so you don't need to watch a whole like car chase with her or something like that. Like we'll keep it, keep it moving, Amber. Keep it moving.
Yeah. There is an element of this that certainly asks the viewer to just trust in her competence.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. I like that. We've seen her, we see her do a hit in the early bits with just a phone and a knife. A knife phone.
A knife phone.
A knife phone.
Gotta get me one of those knife phones, Amber.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And, with Sniper backup from Moody, Samuel L. Jackson's character. And, we see her escape gunman very efficiently. When the hit happens, of course, it's not just Moody who's murdered. That's all the blurbs and summaries focus on. It's not just Moody. It's also Moody's housekeeper. Yeah. And it's their tech guy. And it's everyone who was potentially associated with tracking down this one character.
Yep.
So Sean Hayes? Lucas
Hayes.
Lucas
Hayes, yeah. Moody starts looking into, Lucas Hayes.
Lucas Hayes.
And his whereabouts.
His whereabouts. So Maggie Q narrowly escapes, but she escapes, and we see this. She takes out the people who came for her. She makes it out alive, and she knows, okay, this must have to do with the last thing that Moody was looking into. I have to go to Vietnam and track this stuff down.
Yep.
If I want to find Moody's killer.
Yeah.
And so it begins. And we have there's another kind of attack escape scene where she's, getting closer to the truth, and she has to take out a bunch of guys, and she gets the sprinklers, and she jumps off a thing, and she does some things, and then she gets hit by a car. Oh, shit. Which is kind of great.
It is kind of great. She'd made it, but then...
You can't factor in everything.
Amber, it's kind of like in Allegiant, where she'd made it, and then someone shoots her in the back. It's like, well, that's not fair. It's like she made it out of this building, and now she gets hit by a car.
Oh, man.
That's not on her.
Now she's getting waterboarded. Even filming a scene of fake waterboarding must be really upsetting.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't know how you do it. I guess you just don't show it for very long and you hold your breath. And
guess.
But it seems terrible.
I feel like you'd still panic.
Yeah.
Anyway, torture.
Yeah.
Torture.
Yeah. Again, it's all about this Lucas Hayes, Amber. We don't know anything about. We know the name Lucas Hayes, but it's very, at least in the beginning, it's kind of amusing because you don't know anything about him, and she's not found out very much. But anybody who even asks about him is getting both murdered or chased or chase murdered.
So true. So true. And now she's getting tortured for looking into it because they want to know who else knows and what she knows and why she's looking for it. Oh, but she won't talk.
No.
She won't talk. Earlier in this film, Megan, after the first hit that we see, we learn that she has a beautiful bookstore of old books and that she's passionate about it. We know that because Samuel Jackson tells us that she's passionate about it.
She's a multifaceted person. Amber.
She's fucking multifaceted. And she's a
fully
great relationship.
Character.
She's a fully realized character. And in walks Micheal Keaton. Rembrandt is his name.
Yes.
And they have a little meet cute.
They do.
It's a little flirty. Both kind of interested in each other.
Yep.
And then who shows up in her torture cell? Rembrandt.
Fucking Rembrandt, man.
Rembrandt. I never saw that coming.
Yeah. It was strange to me, right? That Micheal Keaton does a cameo in this movie and then never see him again. Yeah. Until about, a third way in when we realize he's in with the bad guys, Amber.
Oh, he's working for the bad guys. And he's going to break Maggie Q with good cop.
Yeah.
He's not going to do torture. That's nothing.
Yeah.
But apparently there's some internal politics.
There's a lot going on in these assassin worlds, Amber, that we only partly get a view of, and apparently, there's some hackles raised by who's getting who's the best boy assassin person. I don't understand it, Amber.
Yeah.
Who's the golden child? Yeah.
All we know is that the dude who's been interrogating Anna doesn't want Rembrandt to be the one to break her, so instead he's just going to kill her and blame it on Rembrandt.
Which, makes no sense, because as we see, he tries to hang her, but why that would be blamed on Rembrandt makes no sense.
Maybe there's a scene we don't know about where Rembrandt's just really into hanging people.
Yeah, maybe.
Any hoozles. It gives Anna a chance to straight up murder
She gets
3
her window.
dudes.
Yeah.
While being hung.
Mm-hmm.
And using basically just like a cafeteria tray.
Yep.
And a sink.
Yep. And her legs.
They should have tied her legs.
Yeah. I can't believe they didn't tie her legs.
Come on. And this is where you get that shorthand, like that great shorthand. You see her take out the 3 guys in the cell, deeply satisfying.
Yes, and again, a really well done action scene, and not something I've seen before. Like
brutal, quick, efficient. Yeah. And then she's still in this warehouse with guys in it, and so she slams on the door, like I don't know, one of the guys saying, "Hey, we done killed her." And then it cuts to she's out of there. We're not going to see the whole full escape scene because we've already seen her.
We knew.
She escaped from the office building and got hit by a car. We know she can do this. Like, once she is freed from that cell, she's getting out of there, barring getting hit by another car. And we've already seen that happen once. So she's ready for it, and it won't happen again.
Yeah, it won't happen again.
So I'm okay with her just appearing.
For sure.
Of course she got out.
Yeah. Those people, not a problem for her.
100% no. That I appreciated.
Yes.
Where it took it maybe a little bit too far.
What? I'm not convinced, but go on.
But still, I don't know if this is the most delightful part of this movie, aside from the action and Maggie Q being amazing. But where the movie may have taken this concept of, let's just move past this too far. We learn through Anna's investigations that Lucas Hayes was the son of a man that Moody was contracted to kill.
Yes.
He blowed up his car.
Yep.
The man go boom.
Yep.
But, as it turns out, the man did not go boom.
Oh, no.
He hired Moody to kill him so he could fake his own death. He's a very, very bad man.
Yeah.
He's a bad man doing bad things. He faked his own death so he could continue doing bad things, but then reinvent himself as a good man who does charitable things.
Yes. And is also the the one paying Micheal Keaton and the other people who are killing anybody who's asking about Lucas Hayes.
Absolutely, he is Micheal Keaton's employer.
Yes,
and he is the reason Moody is dead. He is the one who started this whole thing, and thus he is the one that Anna must murder.
Right.
But dang it, Megan. He is on this island.
Yeah.
The only way to get there is through 12 miles of rat-infested jungles.
That's
and then
very
after
specific,
that,
but yes,
you've got river patrols, sonar. Worse still, they know they're coming.
Yeah.
And there's a panic bunker, and if he gets into that bunker, it's over. You're not gonna get to him. And then so we have him.
They got drones. They hired extra men. Like, there's helicopters. Amber, there's no way they're gonna get in there. This nearly impossible.
Yeah, we have essentially Robert Patrick is also in this, and we have him explaining to Maggie Q how difficult it is, and then we flash forward to the island itself, and we see these patrols, we see these men, we see all this security, we see helicopters, and we see drones, and we see the bunker, and we see Micheal Keaton watching all of this preparation happen. We see the staff wearing uniforms, getting bracelets for some reason that is not explained. Like, it's how are they going to get in? We don't know. They just do.
They just do. Yeah. I mean, it's brilliant, or it's lazy.
It's one of the two things.
It's lazy.
Okay, so we're going to set up this impossible task. Ocean's 11 style heist. How are they going to get through this voice-controlled algorithm, quantum physics, time travel? Oh, we're going to have to think of something brilliant and cheeky. And you know what? It's just going to happen. But then we're going to flash back to how it happened, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I would have thought was coming.
No.
Nope.
We just see Anna as one of the serving staff with a shorter haircut.
Yeah.
And she's just there.
Yep.
No flashbacks.
Yeah, no flashbacks.
She's just there.
They knew they were coming, but they didn't know that she'd change her hair, so...
They didn't know she would cut her hair.
She's nigh unrecognizable with shorter hair.
How did she go through the jungle? Did she defeat the sonar? How is she so dry and not covered in rats?
I think that she just legit joined the waiting staff and...
But then how did they not recognize her? They were looking for her actual face that they had an actual picture of.
She cut her hair. There's no... It changed her whole look, Amber.
Oh, jeez, Megan. Mm-hmm. And I think the icing on this for me is that... first twist of the movie. First twist! Moody isn't dead.
Moody's not dead. What?
Moody's not. How you got, even with his cough that seems like maybe he has some sort of terminal illness, he's not going to be stopped by some gun thugs coming up in his house. His beautiful British manor.
Of course not. I do have one question though. Like, this was a fun twist, but why did he wait so long to reveal his aliveness to Maggie Q?
Because it would have given the game away, Megan.
Would it have?
I don't know.
Because they planned together for a while before the end game.
Yes, they did.
So
it really just did seem to prolong her suffering.
Yeah, I feel like... Okay. Yeah.
But hey, maybe the bad guys were watching her. No, they would have killed her if they were, because they were actively trying to kill and or torture information out of her. Megan, I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, sorry.
Other than twist!
Yep, exactly. Okay. All right. Sure.
Yeah, he saves her life. They plan together.
Back. I'm always good for...
Yeah. He gets to hear the same impossible task list that Maggie Q does about how hard it's going to be to do the thing. And he just winds up in the bunker. Now...
Yes, very much.
When the rich guy they're there to kill says, "How did you get in here?" They do flashback
to this one thing.
To Samuel L. Jackson using a drone to see them punching in the code to the bunker. So, okay, we know how he got physically inside that bunker. But how did he get to the... Okay, we still don't care?
No, we still don't care, Amber.
So you're going to use a flashback for that, but not for... Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it, Amber.
That's,
they got there.
They solved one of 8 problems that happened at the end. We have this whole equation, and you just solved the last thing. And then now we have cold fusion, and you built the reactor.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Make banana bread, Amber. ? Get the money. Don't worry about it. Just bake the banana bread, Amber.
They didn't even have that part, though, Megan. They had ? Kill the dude.
Yeah, true.
They didn't even have the banana bread. It will be impossible to make this banana bread in order to kill this man.
Yep. Well, what you see, Amber, they baked a knife into the banana bread. And then makes it much easier to kill the man.
That still... No, I can't with you right now.
Okay.
I don't know if it was beautiful or terrible or just exists, and I'm glad it does, but wow.
Yeah. Unexpected and delightful.
'Twas.
Yeah. Amber, we get a whole scene about and Sam Jackson lets us know why was he looking for Lucas in the first place? What started this all out?
Oh, okay. Good question. Well, at his delightful English manner, he kind of intimates that as he is coughing really hard and 70 years old, he's thinking about dying. Maybe he's dying. And he's thinking about the people he killed. And he buys a building for Anna. He buys the building for their bookshop's in, and he's looking for Lucas. And you get the sense maybe he's trying to make amends of some kind. Maybe, who knows? And it turns out Lucas, son of the man he killed, he thought, right. I want to make amends with this kid.
Oh, so...
Not, I am trying to find the man I was supposed to kill and realized I didn't kill. He still thought he was dead. His whole thing was he was trying to do something nice for the son of a man he killed. And twist! that man thought he was coming for him and thus set off this whole chain of events that led to his murder.
Right. And thus Sam Jackson came for him. Yeah. Yes.
2 twists in one movie.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Out of 3, if you think about, how are we going to get on this island? Twist! We just did.
We just did. Yeah. And they have the whole, like, this is also convoluted, but, like, Moody is waiting in the bunker for the dude, and the whole idea, I guess, is that Maggie Q is going to make a diversion that causes him to go to the bunker, but keeps, I guess, Micheal Keaton outside of the bunker. I don't fully understand why she didn't either just kill him right there, because she could have, or she didn't have to put her life in so much danger.
It was a bad plan.
He was going to go to the bunker with the slightest provocation, and
it seemed like, that would be the case.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if she just killed him, then, Samuel L. Jackson wouldn't have gotten his, final speech talk with the guy. So
the one that kind of made no sense about telling there's like 4 types of people in the world.
Yep.
And he's the 3rd type. But then there's a 4th type below the 3rd type that's like, like he's a bad guy and he knows he's bad. But then there's evil guys. There's
evil. And evil thinks bad is good.
Yeah, and they do whatever they want to do.
Yep.
And that's the difference between
there's
a contract
so
killer
much of
and
that, Amber.
A rich bad man. They have a whole conversation that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's sort of more like, but not really. And then he blows himself and the guy up. He blows
them all up. Yeah.
He blows, because I guess he was dying. So
there was right. They're like, there's no escaping this, and Sam Jackson's never planned to escape. He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that was the only way to do that. We wouldn't know because we didn't actually see them plan any of this.
No.
They could have built in an escape route if they wanted to and just done it, because the other parts of the movie sort of just happen sometimes.
Yep, exactly.
But I guess that wouldn't be as satisfying. Something.
Yeah. There's also a lot, like, there's that speech, but people keep telling Maggie Q just, like, random bits of pseudo advice as well, and it's very weird.
Megan... There are none so deaf as those who will not hear or listen or something.
What?
Megan, your past is not where you left it. We all have scars, and if you look at those scars long enough, you'll remember where they came from.
Okay. I don't, but what?
I'm sorry, this isn't doing anything for you?
No. Do you have one more?
No. I can't remember one.
Amber, you can't buy back your past. You can't change where you come from, but you can change where you're going.
You can't buy back your past?
Yeah.
What is happening? What does any of it mean? And keeping in mind, in context, still didn't really help us.
No, that last one was what Rembrandt and Anna end up at the very, very last bit of the movie pointing guns at each other. And this is what he says to her to get her to go away with him, forget about him, change her life, shoot him, not shoot him. I don't know what he wanted. Like, that end scene, I have no idea what he wanted.
No, none whatsoever. Anna and Rembrandt do hook up.
Yes.
They have a lovely fight scene that leads to sex. It's rote and trite, but well enough executed that they develop Rembrandt's character to be charming.
Yes.
Good talker, smooth. And then he thwarts an assassination attempt in a really cool way.
He does.
Just really destroys one guy.
Oh, Micheal Keaton, no.
Micheal Keaton, no! Spike, no!
Yes.
So they establish that in many ways, he's kind of up there with her. He can
hold his
blow
own.
for blow. And then they do go blow for blow. And wouldn't you know it, at one point, she runs into a stereo and a sexy song starts playing.
So they don't take themselves all that serious. I mean, not always seriously in this movie. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. That was dumb.
Yeah.
You gotta make up your mind. You gonna kill me or you gonna fuck me? Mm-hmm. And then they have sex.
And then she decides on the latter. Yeah.
She does decide on the latter, keeping in mind it is in the apartment of a man that she's tortured and hung, who is still hanging in the bathroom.
Yep.
And they reference that post-coitally.
They do.
So yeah, they don't take themselves super seriously.
Not super seriously.
Yeah.
At least all the time.
So there's an attraction there. They've cat and moused if cats and mice have sex.
Sure.
It's more of a cat and cat situation.
Yeah, more. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better.
But he's, he can't change his stripes. He still works for Hayes. He's going to do what he's going to do. Except that he has multiple options and chances to kill her, but then doesn't, but then does. But then the explosion happens, so he can't. She gets away. And then after she gets away, she tells him exactly where she is.
Yeah.
And then he goes to that place. His employer, dead.
Super dead. He doesn't owe Hayes anything anymore. Yeah.
So why does he go?
His motivations are entirely unclear to me at this point. I'm not, and like his enigmatic.
Pneumatic?
Enigmatic. Amber,
Enigmatic.
let me take that one more time. You'll cut here. Beep. That's where you cut.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Amber, like his
Yay!
It got late, folks.
Yay.
Oh, God. Like his stupid thing that he said to her, which is entirely unknowable. His motivations for going there are entirely unknowable. Like, it's unclear. Did he want to kill her? Did he want to go away with her? Did he want to, like, make sure that she wouldn't come after him? Nothing is cleared up by their conversation either.
Her choice to bring him there seems specifically to kill him, because that's what she does. And her reasoning, she basically says, hey, if I know you're in the world, then I can't have peace, and I really want peace. I'm tired. I think that means she's getting out of the game, going full bookseller. Yeah. I don't know.
And honestly, yeah, for sure. Like,
oh yeah.
And the bloodline, Ember.
And the bloodline. He is dangerous. He knows her. He knows what she's been up to. She can't friggin' be peaceful and not look over her shoulder if there's a Rembrandt out there.
Yeah. And after they had the sex, she, in talking to him, he said that he could still put two in her head and go out and get a sandwich. Even post-sexy times.
Post-sexy times. He is what he is.
So he's kind of just put that out there. It's like, well, why would you trust him to leave you alone?
It's like a scorpion and a frog situation.
Yeah.
But instead of letting the frog, giving the scorpion a ride, the frog is like, okay, pulls out a gun and shoots the scorpion.
Yep. Which, honestly, good for you, frog.
Good for you. Why did you don't need that scorpion to get across the lake. Just fucking go.
You're a frog.
You're a frog. You don't have to. Also, how did you have a gun?
Also, frog.
Where were you keeping that?
Is it a minigun, or is my version? It's for full size. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Good. Just amazing. Cool. Well.
Cool. Yeah.
Amber, what would you rate this movie on our Grokked scale?
Oh, geez.
Good, regrettable, outstanding, crazeballs, or K?
Still don't understand how it's grokked. Where's the
grok? We'll get there. I'll add. This is like one of those games where you keep adding letters to the beginning or end.
Yeah, I mean this is. I guess we can use the new G for this. It's solid. It's not amazing, but it's solid. Really great action. Maggie Q's wonderful. Micheal Keaton's really great. The romance is fine. I think there's an element You said you were reading reviews that kind of said, the violence turns them on or something.
That started to feel icky, some of that.
That didn't seem to be the case.
But and it didn't seem to be the case. The violence didn't turn them on. They were both being like mysterious weirdos, and they enjoyed each other.
The attraction existed before the violence did. The violence sort of devolved into sex, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And the age difference,
it's a little, it's just always this way. It's there, a
man can be any age.
Yeah. And he's 28 years
woman.
older than her, you know, in real life. But like, yeah.
I don't care about it in the sense that it doesn't matter. Like,
right.
It worked.
Yeah.
But there is an element of, so often
Always.
you have, there's a double standard on a certain level that, but it worked. I think if you just use it based on chemistry and the characters that they wrote,
they did a good job. Yeah. With the acting. Amber, you've sold me. It's now the rocks scale. Regrettable, outstanding, craze balls, K, and solid.
Oh, jeez.
Lovely.
Oh, jeez. Why do I make my own pain? Megan, do you have a niece's story?
Amber, there was this time that Abby and I were playing a game of making soup. And this is just pretend soup. This is imaginary soup. We're adding things into the pretend soup bowl to kind of make this soup. I was adding some, I can't even truly remember what it was, but like I was adding some potatoes and some carrots, and then I added some garlic and onions, and she's like, wait, you don't want to make this soup too yummy. And it was just confusing to me. I think this is more of a confusion because the soup wasn't real, and I thought the goal was to make it yummy. But I was making it too yummy. And that's where I went wrong.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't make the imaginary soup too yummy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is it because she had a different fate in mind for that soup? Like if it was too yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
What if she was planning on Rufioing you? Okay. What if her imagination was so strong that this imaginary soup that you were making was going to become real soup, and she was going to dump it on your head? But if it was too yummy,
then
if it was too yummy,
she wouldn't want to dump it on my head. She'd just want to eat it.
She would have been conflicted about the dumping, and she just want to snorkel that stuff right up.
She thought the magic soup come to life. Yeah, no, this makes entire sense.
There's clearly a Hook situation.
Yeah. Is Hook on our list, Amber?
I think it is, actually.
Should we always telegraph the next movie we're going to do at the very end of our podcast? Amber, do you have a recommendation?
Not really. So I'm going to do one that I guess I should have done last week, only it wouldn't have led to watching The Protege, so I can't have any regrets. But just sort of a blanket, hey. If you're not feeling well, go to the doctor.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
I feel like oftentimes we as human people, even those of us who have the time, transportation, and resources to go to the doctor and not have it financially destroy us, still don't tend to go until we can no longer feel our hand. The pus has become truly disgusting, or the pain has made us black out.
Yeah.
We are kind of in charge of our own health, and as fucked as our healthcare system is, in that it really doesn't focus or value preventative care from the outside, good healthcare providers will still want to see you, even if they can't help you, or even if something doesn't wind up being wrong that they can fix. Like, in my case, I was flattened with an immense amount of fatigue and suddenly had a bunch of chest pain. It lingered for longer than seemed wise to ignore and wound up going away on its own, but you don't ignore things just because you're not vomiting blood or pooping out blood or blood in general. If it's not blood involved, if you can tolerate the pain, it doesn't mean you should. I think we need to like, I went to the emergency room because, hey, my chest hurt and I couldn't sleep and the pain really hurt.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything for me beyond tell me, okay, you are not having a heart attack. That is actually valuable information, nor did they make me feel like an asshole for going even though I wasn't having a heart attack. It turns out you do not actually have to be having a heart attack or have a severed limb to make use of emergency medical services.
Yeah. No, you're completely right, Amber. Absolutely.
Sometimes it can be preventative. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like an asshole for going to the doctor or for going to the ER, even though there was nothing actively wrong with me. Well, there was clearly something wrong with me. There was something
going on, but it was not life-threatening, apparently.
It was not life-threatening, and it resolved on its own and has not since come back. That doesn't mean that going was the wrong thing to do. That doesn't mean taking advantage of the medical services I could access was the wrong thing to do. And I think it's more often than not, anytime I have gone to the doctor and I haven't come away with, oh yeah, no, you totally have a broken bone. Why'd you walk on this for 2 weeks?
Yep.
That's not a success story. No. I want this to be a success story.
Yeah, absolutely.
You went, you were checked out, things were okay. Good job.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, do that, folks. For sure.
Don't ignore stuff, okay? Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Megan, do you have a recommendation?
Your mental health is also worth preventatively caring for as well.
That is entirely true. But we've already talked about therapists.
I know. Okay. Amber, on the on the tail of your lovely, thoughtful recommendation, I'm going to recommend 2 things. One is the daily game called Hurdle, and the other is the daily game called Framed. So these, you may have heard of Wordle, folks. It's the craze. Of course, there are many games now like Wordle that, but this one, the Hurdle involves a song. It's like a name that tune kind of thing where you get like 1 second, and if you can't name it, you get another second. If you can't name it, anyway, it keeps going up, and I think maximum is like, I don't know, 7 seconds or 9 seconds, whatever it is. And so you're trying to figure out what the song is from the very beginning bits of it. So that's Hurdle. And then Framed is this similar thing, but with movies, with movie pictures from a movie. So, it's one single frame from Pineapple Express was yesterday's one. So it was, kind of a pretty random frame from it, and then it kind of, the more you go on, the more guesses you go on. Finally, you're just kind of looking in on whoever's in that movie's face.
Did you guess it?
I did. That one took me till the very last one, till it was who's the one main guy in that movie?
Seth Rogen.
Yes, till it was Seth Rogen's face. Yeah. But
Fair.
Sometimes I can do it right away, and I'm very proud of myself those times. The other thing I would say is get your friends like Erica and Laurel, who we do it every morning, and then we text each other to either tell each other how we did, or brag about it, or lament if it was a song we'd never heard of or a movie we hadn't watched. Yeah, pretty great.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's lovely.
Play with friends.
Mm-hmm. That's
excellent.
All.
Megan?
Yes, Amber?
Good job you. Good job me.
Perfect.
Have a good weekend this year.
Excellent. Amber, I will end how I always do by saying, Amber, the past is like a rock. You can't swim while holding it.
Sounds like some shit that they would have said in this movie. Only it's more coherent.
It is much more coherent than the shit they say in this movie.
I feel like the shit they said in this movie has softened my heart to this bit.
Wow.
Like, I'm looking at it and thinking, well, that's better than anything that came out of Michael Keaton or Samuel L. Jackson's mouth. This is... the past is a rock you can't swim on. I guess that's...
I mean, it's almost a sentence. So,
but then I think about it, and I'm like, why am I trying to swim with a rock? And the past is like a rock you can't swim while holding it. So that... The past is like a rock, and what is swimming like? What is swimming in? Is it just living your life? You can't live your life while holding on to your past, is what it's suggesting.
I think it's literally
your past will drag you down.
No, it's literally about swimming. You can't literally do the activity of swimming while thinking about your past.
You will just drown.
Yeah.
Oof, dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I really shouldn't eat that burrito. Oh, God, no!
You thought about your past, and now you're done for.
It's the thing they don't tell you.
Yeah.
Stay in the moment, people, or you will drown.
Bye, Amber.
Bye, Megan.